Hi, I'm Mr. Bram, and these are my 3 kids. And this is our 2016 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Let's see if it will fit the fam. If you can read this, turn me over. Today I'm going to be checking out a Jeep Renegade, which is kind of a funky little 4-door. But it sits up high like an SUV, and it rides a little bit stiff like an SUV, and hey, it's got tires like every car. Now, all right, this one is 2-wheel drive, so I wouldn't exactly call it trail rated. That said, it's a funky little 4-door SUV that's kind of a convertible. I can't wait to show you that one later. And overall has a comfortable ride. Now, mostly it's comfortable because it has this upright seating position that a lot of boxy SUVs like this have, which is kind of a trick to make you think that it has ample legroom. But hey, it's a Jeep thing. Do you understand? In the Renegade, getting the infant seat in and out, that alone can be a little bit challenging, but overall it's surprisingly large. It's got enough space to put an infant seat in there, so you have to look at what size car seat you actually have. The other thing is that I sit closer than I like to. This airbag's coming at you at 200 miles per hour if you get in an accident. I don't want to be this close to an airbag in that instance. That being said, there's a lot of people who drive this close, so that's up to how your driving style is. The other funny thing is that getting into this, I actually bumped my knee on the headlight switch. You'll find that that might be an issue for you. But overall, I was surprised by this space in the Renegade. Getting in is easy enough. The challenge is just buckling. There isn't anything pushing back up against the latch. This means the harder a kid pushes, the deeper the buckle goes into the recess. Because of this, I ended up having to assist my daughter to buckle this time. So it's a surprise to me, 3 car seats do fit in the back seat of the Renegade. Now, of course, I'm using my Diono seats. They're slim fit. If you have 3 kids that need to fit in the back seat of a car, I suggest using these Diono seats. We do have an affiliate link in the description if you want to check them out. That way you can find them pretty easy. I like to show 3 car seats in the backs of these cars because you can see how seats fit in each of the different positions. I don't actually expect a person to put 3 car seats in the back of a Renegade. The kids were able to get in relatively well. They were able to get into their seats and buckle okay. It's not going to be a long car trip car though. Their feet were bent halfway. They're touching the back seats. These backs of these seats are not particularly durable. There's also no air ventilation back here. You have to get that from the front. So there is a cool feature though. Down at the bottom here, there is a 110 jack for you to be able to plug in your whatever. Probably rear seat entertainment if you're realistic. It's not going to run a microwave or a coffee machine, but it will at least give you enough power to recharge your iPad or a computer while you're driving. But with the 3 car seats back here, each position was comfortable for my kids, and I wouldn't have an issue putting them back here. As for the cargo area, this Jeep has a pretty trick proximity key. So you just have to leave it in your pocket unless you want to use the auto start. What's nice about it is on the door handles, you just walk up, put your hand on the door handle, and it unlocks the door you're reaching onto. As for the trunk area, there's 2 buttons underneath here. One is sticking out, has a different texture. That will lock the car. The other one actually opens the hatch. Now, I find this a little confusing because even though they have a completely different texture, I have been hitting this lock button about twice as often as the actual hatch button just because the hatch button's only about 2 fingers wide. And for my man hands, that just isn't working. Now check this out. This is a small car, but it has a very boxy demeanor. So what that means is that you get 30 inches from the base to the roof here. Also, it's about 27 inches deep. So it's small, but you expect that because you're driving a small car. You can, though, fit about a week and a half's worth of groceries in here, or plenty of stroller options. Also, because this particular model has the sky roof, what that means is that it has this load floor equalizer, so you can go underneath that. Now, it's got this neat little holder here, and of course, the cover under that says Jeep, because why wouldn't it? And underneath there, you don't get a spare tire, you get a refill kit. Because they're assuming that if you have a blowout on the freeway, you're going to call for a tow truck and not try and replace your tire yourself. Hopefully you have the extra hour. Now, this has nice little separators, so it's got this organizational, so you can get your gloves, your tow straps because you're in a Jeep, and of course any other tools you want to keep down here. For us parents, we know that we're going to keep probably a spare diaper, a couple changes of clothes, and it's nice because it's all organized. The other thing that I see in here is it has these side pockets, so they try not to waste much space back here. They are filled with these mesh, so they may wear out over time, or especially if you're in a high heat environment like I typically am in Phoenix. But they do hold a lot. Overall, the trunk is plenty spacious. I mean, you never know when you're gonna go on that surprise trip to the splash pad, so having these extra pockets would be very nice for most parents.
To end this review on ability alone, the Renegade is a highly capable, small family hauler. But unfortunately, I have to report the truth, which is to say that after multiple days of driving, anytime I drove longer than 20 minutes, it gave me a headache. Now the good news is that this was not the experience my wife or the owner have ever reported, so it might just be me. As for features, I really like the sunroof. Check it out. I mean, it only takes a few minutes to remove both panels, and it's like a real open-air Jeep experience. And you really won't forget that it's a Jeep because, well, it's everywhere. I mean, here, and here, and here, and oh, it's just a headlight. Nope, it's there too. Yep, it's there too. And, in fact, here's some more. So, yeah, Jeep really wanted to remind you that it has a history. Since 1941! But you didn't buy one of those Jeeps. You bought a compact SUV with decent room and features for the asphalt. Only.
Hey, thanks for watching our review today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when the next videos are being posted. Also, comment below. Let me know what kind of cars you want me to check out and see what can fit your family.